What's going on, everyone? Obscure Edge here, and today we're going to be talking about the full release of Back 4 Blood. It is October 12th, so now if you have the basic edition, you should be able to play. If you had the Ultimate Edition or the Deluxe Edition, you were able to play a couple days early. I have the Deluxe, so I don't have the Ultimate, I don't have the extra skins. I just want to touch base with you guys, show you what you get. Well, basically just in the base game. If you have the Ultimate or the Deluxe, they come with a Season Pass, which will, for the roadmap, will lead to other content. But let's just see what you'd get with the base game for just under £50, or you could even get the game for around £40, depending where you shop. So this is the main hub. So this is basically what was in the open beta if you played it, or the beta. I'll quickly show you everything. Just out here is the shooting range. This allows you to try all the weapons in the game, different attachments, and just obviously when you shoot some stuff, you obviously have damage multipliers, so you can see what damage it does. So you can kind of tinker with shit here before actually going into game. Over here is your quartermaster. Basically, this is where you apply any sort of gun skins that you may have for your guns. You could apply them. You have weird ones like this, and then you have ones that actually look half decent like that. You get these through accomplishments, which I'll speak to you in a moment. After that, so let's quickly go over to this section over here. Alright, this is your supply lines. So these are like extra, this is what you, when you beat the campaign or play levels, you get supply points, or if you play versus, you get supply points, and you can use it for cards. If you're planning to play versus or solo, so single player offline campaign, you have all the cards unlocked. There's no need to unlock any cards. You can build the decks you want if you're playing solo. If you're playing versus, everyone has the same cards for balancing reasons, so nothing to unlock there. If you're playing campaign with friends and or randoms, this is what you're going to want. You're going to want to unlock all the cards to build the best deck that best suits you and to obviously get you through the apocalypse. So these are your supply lines. You get 3. Once you complete them all the way through, you'll then have to you'll get a new supply line in its spot, which will give you different stuff. So in this case, these are your cards that you want unlocked. You also have gun skins that you can get, which some of them are very weird, like that one. You also get some skins, which are just like, sometimes it's just like, in this case, sunglasses and profile cards, extra little bits like that. That's why they're so cheap. Some of the stuff, they're just little extra bits. There's the revolver skin we showed. That's how you get it there. So supply lines are your main thing you're going to want to worry about. This is where you customize your character. So you click a character, it tells you what unlocks you have. So I got 5 out of 14 for Walker, 4 out of 16 for Holly. You get the reference. If you click on a character, you can go to see what you actually have unlocked. So in this case, I don't have any of this stuff. These are the main outfits, but you could also get item sets where you could build your own. So you could get the hood and then mix it with a different body part, like this, for instance. These are just very sort of generic, nothing special for most of these anyway. If you got, like, say the Ultimate Edition, you would have got a skin pack which gives you the battle hardened stuff, so you would have got that in the DLC, which is quite a cool skin for Mom, to be fair. This is just where you customize your characters. This is where you edit your card decks. So when you go into it, you could make a solo deck, and like I said, every single card is here in the game. So even if you can look through all the cards and think of the ones you want to get, I still have loads of cards to get. Swarm decks, like I said, when you go to create, everyone has the exact same stuff to work with, so it's a obviously it's a balancing thing. You can make your own decks. It comes with 4 pre-mades, but you can also make your own decks for different characters, the way your play styles are with your team. Campaign decks, at the moment what I've been doing is, you can't get rid of the starter deck. That's just what they give you. It's bare minimum. I've been making decks and then calling them the characters they're for. So I got a Jim deck, Doc, Holly. Shotgun just means I could run it with different characters depending on my play style. Still have to do, like, I'm gonna do a deck for each character essentially. I've been unlocking lots of cards. I still have loads to unlock. So yeah, that pretty much covers that. Click tab. You can go into profile. This is where you do your personalization. You can make your character card. You can change your emblem. Change your title. Mine says millionaire. I wish I was. Banner, which changes the background. Loads of different stuff to unlock. Loads of different names to obviously get, and backgrounds to unlock as well. It's just an extra little thing to do. Accomplishments are similar to in-game achievements. Also, the game has achievements as well. So basically this, say if we go to cleaners, for instance, we'll scroll down. Obviously you got your bars. But if we go to, say I want a certain skin, I want the SWAT outfit, or the ZWAT outfit, whatever. for this character here. I have to complete all campaign maps on Nightmare, which all I gotta say is good luck with that, because Veteran will give you a run for your money. Alright, so you go to Armory. So you don't have to go to them specifically. You could literally just click tab and just do it from here. So there's Armory, change all your skins there, profiles there, cleaners, you could go into here, customize them there, supply lines, so you could just click tab, and decks there. So essentially, if you really can't be bothered to walk them, you just click tab. You can literally stay in here, but obviously a lot of people like to just walk over to them and forget to click tab most of the time. So but yeah, you can literally click tab for everything here. So that's swarm mode is over here. You can click on right there to go into swarm menu. They got loads of different maps. Keep in mind the maps are basically the campaign maps but smaller, because swarm is a bit of like a battle royale instance where the swarm will keep getting smaller and smaller and smaller until you die. So you just have to hold out as long as you can in that. You got preferences here. This goes through your your preferences if you want to have crossplay on, things like that. That pretty much covers everything. Now the main thing is campaign. Yeah, I've completed the game on Veteran, and let's just say I have about 50 hours into the game, 10 hours maybe in Swarm, 40 in campaign. Playing with randoms with no mics can be a pain in the ass, because unlike Left 4 Dead, I'm going to probably bring this up a lot because Left 4 Dead is the best game to compare this to, being the same developer and being so similar. Basically in Left 4 Dead you have easy, normal, hard, and then expert. Expert, many people know, especially on Left 4 Dead 1, people could run expert solo without even getting a scratch if you're good enough. It's just it's just so easy. You know what you're doing. As for Left 4 Dead 2, once again, people could solo that expert. It can be a bit more difficult because you got jockeys and shit like that to get you. But once again, it's doable. I'm not even kidding you. Recruit, right? So if I go create a run, there's your recruit difficulty. This difficulty is like super easy. Like, it's ridiculously easy. It's not even fun to play on, me personally anyway. I'm not trying to sound big-headed, but realistically, it's not fun. So I went to Veteran. All right? And this mode kicked my ass so many times. And because in Veteran you have less checkpoints, which I'll explain to you in a minute, you're constantly having to redo some maps to get to the hard map you're stuck on. And if you die, you have to go back like 2 maps. It's a bit of a nightmare. I don't know how I feel about some of the checkpoints on Veteran, because that's the main thing that makes it so hard. If there was a checkpoint every map, and then, you know what, fair play, I wouldn't even care, because then, eventually you'll keep playing that same map. But it's the fact that I get to a map, say a 3rd map, and I keep dying at it, I only get 2 restarts, or 1 restart, so I get 2 chances to do it. And if I fail, then I have to go back 3 levels, do the first 2 levels, which could be very hard, and then still try to work on the last level. My best advice to you is find some friends or find some randoms on the Discord server with mics and play with people with mics, because Veteran will kick your ass. I'm absolutely terrified to even touch Nightmare at this moment in time with how much Veteran has kicked my butt. But yeah, anyway, let's do create a run, right? Oh, shoot. Nope, I want to create a run. So create a run. Say you pick your difficulty. You could select a start point. On recruit, it doesn't matter what level you pick, in Act 4, 1, or whatever, you can set the start point for every single level. All right? So this is how many levels you get in Act 1. So there's 4, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 13 levels in Act 1, if I count it correctly. Let's go to Act 2. Another 2. What did I say? 12? What is 14, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So about 22 there. Act 3. I might have miscounted. That's what, 25, 27, 30, 31. So that's 31. Plus Act 4, which would be 32. So roughly 32 to 30 levels on the base game. Now think of this. Left 4 Dead had 4 levels at launch. No Mercy, Death Toll, Dead Air, and Blood Harvest. They each had, 5 levels each, so that's 20. That's not too bad. And then obviously Crash Course came out, then there's 22. And then the Passing came out, that was 25. Then the Sacrifice came out, I think that was 28. So that's not too bad compared, like when you get about 30 so levels. But I need to say something. 30 levels is a lot, and it's it's a good chunk of content. But some of the areas are reused. What I mean by this is when you go into the campaign, I'm not going to spoil anything, but you leave out the same door, which is this door here.
There.
So sometimes when you start a campaign, not all the time, depending on how you're proceeding through the act, sometimes you'll end up back in this area because they're going out on another run. So you'll go through some of the same areas a couple times. So even though you got 30-something levels there, it probably works out to be like 28 because some of the areas are reused to get to one point to another. It makes sense in the story, but they're reusing a level. The AI director does switch it up a bit to make the level slightly different than the last and things like that, but it's something worth mentioning. Anyway, back to what I was saying about the campaign. Great. If I were to create a run on, say, Veteran, select a start point. Let me go to, say, Act 3, for instance. Look, I got 4 there as checkpoints, right? Now, say if I switch to my difficulty to Recruit. Look how many I got. So this is the issue I had yesterday. This map here, Cabins by the Lake, is hard, okay? This is a checkpoint level on Veteran. After you beat Cabins, you go to Garden. After you beat Garden, you get to T5. This map is fucking hard on Veteran. So I would try to get here with my extra save, or sorry, my extra redo, my extra, like, because you get like 1 redo on Veteran. And I would try to get there with that extra game. So in case we screwed up on T5, we could replay it once more. The amount of times I had to resort going back to Cabins by the Lake to get to T5 to lose again. I probably played these 3 maps yesterday for 5 to 6 hours. Keep in mind I was playing with randoms or one guy with a mic. Alright? Veteran is hard. It does kick your ass. So it's best to have friends. There was also something else. Oh yeah. Worth mentioning. This game has a lot of not ties, but like little Easter eggs, simple things like mentioning other games like Cabins by the Lake, stuff like that. It reminds you of Friday the 13th. There's like a street name called Crystal Lake, or like a road leading to Crystal Lake. There's a road called Elm Street. Freddy Krueger's sweater's in one of the buildings in the game and stuff like that. There's a lot of like little subtle hints to other games, which is quite cool. Even things like, for instance, maybe people might know this, but if you go to Personalization and you go to this, you might know if I click on it what it. So that's supposed to be like Evil Dead Ash. Groovy. Like it's little things like that. They've kind of, you know, like touch base with other things, and you may know, which is a nice touch. The game gives you a juicy amount of content for the £40 if you're getting the base game. Is the campaign replayable? I would say yes, and the main reason why I'm going to say that it's replayable is the fact that in Left 4 Dead, personally, I didn't play a lot of campaign. I would get the achievements, help other people get the achievements, and then I wouldn't touch it. The main reason why I wouldn't touch it after is because we had versus campaign. This game focuses a bit more on campaign, giving us swarm mode as an extra mode essentially. I'm happy with swarm mode because if you play through the campaign, I don't know how much balancing it would take to do a versus campaign. It would take a lot of work because some of the levels are extremely long. Sometimes you get a small level like No Mercy Apartments, and then next time you get a level that's like 2 of Left 4 Dead's campaign levels in one. It's extremely long, it's extremely tiring, so I don't know how that would work. With Swarm, they could make a lot of maps based on the campaign maps that they have. So I think that will be something that they can do. We'll have to see where the roadmap goes. The game has potential. From the beta, they fixed a lot of the optimization issues. They've enhanced the graphics, things like that. There is a couple bugs that I've mentioned as well. And one thing also worth mentioning, if you're going to farm for supply points for your supply lines, there's no point of really doing it in Swarm. The biggest issue in Swarm right at this moment in time is the fact that if you play Swarm with a group of people, you destroy them on the first map. If they quit out, if the whole team quits out, the game quits out, you get no points. That's just how it is. Sometimes people wait until the last level and then they quit out. They don't get any points either, but they make sure that you're not going to get your points, which ain't even a lot. My most I got on a Swarm map was about 40. Most of the time I get between 20 and 30 though. That's roughly. You could do a campaign mission and get about 60 to 70. Just one level. If you complete the act, you get a couple hundred. So you could see that if you're playing Swarm, you're playing it because you enjoy Swarm. You're not playing it to farm supply points. There's already missions in the game. This is where you also activate your campaign if you don't want to click tab. Yeah, if you're playing Swarm, you're playing it because you enjoy it. There's already campaign missions out there that people have found what ones to farm to get all the best, the best cards. There's a lot of things you can do in the game to, like, there's skins to unlock, cards, different profile stuff. So there's extra stuff that you can do to occupy your time. I think for £40, I already got 50 hours within the last couple of days. I think at £40, you're definitely worth it. If you're comparing to a game, say, Aliens Fireteam had, I think it's only had one DLC drop, which was free, and basically, in my opinion, it wasn't really much of a drop. They dropped in a new class, and the new class probably was in the base game, but they took it out just to give them a breathing room. I'm not trying to rip on that game because the game is extremely fun, and it's a lot different than this game as well. But that is around the same price as what you get for this, and you get a lot more content at launch, not including the roadmap they have planned for Back 4 Blood. So I have fingers crossed for this game. Hopefully they could extend the campaign, definitely, because I actually enjoy the campaign. Another thing to know about the campaign, it has cutscenes at the end of some of the levels, so that's an extra bonus that Left 4 Dead didn't have. So I think there's a little bit more replay value in campaign. As for swarm mode, I think it's just a quick mode you could jump into, have a swarm mode, roughly take you about 20 minutes, whereas Left 4 Dead campaigns would take a roughly just over an hour, I would say, if you had a good team doing a versus campaign. So if you want a quick one for work, you could jump into a swarm. And I still enjoy the way they did swarm. I think maybe they'll probably balance some stuff out and change some stuff. My main gripe right now is the difficulty is there's recruit and then veteran and then nightmare. There's nothing between veteran and recruit, and I probably think there should be probably another difficulty in there somewhere, because you go from recruit and you think, oh, this is easy, and then you go to veteran and then you're just getting fisted, like I said, without unless you have like a good team with you and stuff. I think I've covered everything you need to know about the base game of the game. Hopefully you guys use these words to help either help you buy the game, put your foot forward. Okay, I've heard what I need to know, I'm gonna buy the game. Or if I cleared some stuff up and save you a bit of money, either way, hopefully it's beneficial to you guys. I have fingers crossed for this game. Hopefully they do some good content updates and stuff like that. Like I said, I put 50 hours into it. I already want to play through the campaign and play some more Swarm, so I'll definitely get my money's worth. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you guys like Back 4 Blood, make sure to drop in the stream. Even drop me a follow. I'm trying to get to 500 followers, and it's been a bit of a slow time. I have a huge YouTube following, so just keep in mind, guys, I do live stream stuff as well, so make sure to obviously drop in and say hello. I won't bore you any longer. Hopefully this video helped, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and hopefully I'm sure after I close this video I'll remember an extra little thing to do that I'll remember. Keep in mind, actually, before I actually end it as well, might be worth mentioning, this game does have an AI director, so even though you have a card system in the game, the AI does draw some cards against you as well, which makes things a lot more challenging, and it's a bit of an RNG effect. Sometimes you could have play a mission, it could be piss easy depending on what the AI drawed against you, and then sometimes it could absolutely just white wall you. And I also don't think that the AI director is as intuitive as Left 4 Dead. Like in Left 4 Dead, when you're bogged down and struggling, the AI director will then learn and calm down. In this game, it sees you struggling and it just chucks more at you, and that's the thing that makes this game so much more difficult. In Left 4 Dead, you would never see more than like one charger on the screen. I've seen about, give or take, about 6 tall boys on screen and 8 wretches on the screen, or wretches, reekers, and explorers, whatever. 8 of them. I shit you not, 8 on veteran. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't actually believe it when I was counting them on my body walking over. It was brutal. Like I said, veteran will kick your butt. Anyways, I'm going to end this, not the stream, I'm going to end the video here, and hopefully you guys enjoyed watching and enjoyed, me explaining how the game is at launch. And hopefully, if you're ready to own it, hopefully you're enjoying it. Thanks, everyone, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Stay safe out there.